as any parent dude, when you hear your daughter dude is marrying a surfer dude, you probably say, oh man, I don't like the sound of that. But anyway, this guy's a very nice guy. I'm looking forward to getting a son-in-law dude. But he's a kind of a famous surfer in Huntington Beach. You know, he's in the, Huntington Beach has like a walk of fame, you know, where put the handprints in the cement and stuff like that. And his handprints are there, and his signature's there. And I don't want to give his identity away, so we'll call him Bud, okay? So Bud's in like the Walk of Fame, the Hall of Fame of Huntington Beach. And Huntington Beach, supposedly, is the mecca for surfing in the whole United States. And recently, I've been told, I don't believe it yet until I see it, but recently I've been told that the New York Times has interviewed Bud because he was the first surfing guy to do an aerial. Now, what an aerial is, I can only imagine, but I think it's probably right up there with the guy who hit the first 300-yard drive. Simple as that. So there you go. You got Amber Kelly and you got Bud, and they're getting married, and he's a famous surfer. I have a hard time saying famous, but he's a famous surfer. And I've always wanted to surf. I've always wanted to surf even before Amber met Bud. I've always wanted to surf. So anyway, I'm out in Huntington Beach, California about a year and a half ago, okay? Now, Bud and Amber, they've been shacking up for 10 years, so, you know, it is what it is. So I go out there, and I'm talking to Bud, and I said, Bud, you know, I really want you to teach me how to surf. Now, I figure I'm putting sort of the arm on the guy, you know, putting some pressure on him, you know. You're dating my daughter, you're living with my daughter, you're a famous surfer. I need you to teach me how to surf. And Bud said the most amazing thing to me. And I've had a lot of amazing things said to me. AJ said a lot of things to me. Mrs. Peel said a lot of amazing things to me. You guys have said a lot of amazing things to me. But Bud, I'm telling you what, Bud might be at the top of that pyramid, at the top of that food chain. I said, Bud, I want you to teach me how to surf. Remember, this guy's the guru. He's the AJ of golf and only in surf. You know what I'm saying? And he knows how to do it, and he's an artist, and he's done the first aerial ever done in the United States of America. He turns to me and he says, dude, I'll get you out there. I'll get you out there? Is that it? I'll get you out there? You're a famous surfer. Here I am, Papa Dude, asking you to do something for me, and you say, I'll get you out there? What is that all about? Well, I'll tell you what it's all about. It's about how you learned everything in your whole life. When you wanted to ride a bike, your parents got you out there. When you wanted to drive a car, your parents or some instructor got you out there. When you wanted to make a move on your first girlfriend, you just had to get out there. Everything in your life has been about just getting out there. But when it comes to hitting this golf ball, you can't do it that way because you're too freaking stupid. I'm telling you right now, I can't pull any punches. You know, I'm tired of talking to you guys. You're just too stupid. You need somebody to teach you how to hit this ball when nobody's taught you anything in your life. Think about it. Think about anything you've learned in your life. People have given you hints, and they've put you out there, but at the end of the day, you probably learned it for yourself. And the same way goes for playing golf. All right? Please, give it up. You know, the 10 mistakes, the 10 steps, the X factor, the it factor, the what's it going to take factor. Ooh, wait, don't go nowhere. I remember this last night, and I wanted to tell you guys it. You know, we're talking about simplicity. a few years ago, I was watching a golf channel, and they picked some guy out who was like a 30 handicap. He won some contest or something like that, and they were going to turn him into a golfer. And he was going to go all around the country singing all these golf gurus, and then he was going to Golf Dimensions or some megastore like that, and they were going to give him clothes and clubs and this and that. And at the end of the day, poof, he was going to be a golfer. Well, his first lesson, I believe his first lesson was with Jim Flick. And I've already told you about Jim Flick, okay? I've told you, you know, what I think about Jim Flick, and it's all good. Well, Jim Flick, I think I only saw maybe 1.5 episodes of the whole series, but I did watch the Jim Flick part of it. And Jim Flick he was doing the short game with this guy. And this guy knows nothing, and Jim Flick's going to teach him something, okay? And the first thing he said was putting, okay? He said, I'll tell you what, dude, put your putter right behind the ball, and just go like that. And you will see that ball will go probably about 8 feet, 10 feet, something like that. So you can make that ball move 8 feet, you can aim it, and you can just go like that, and that ball is going to go 8 to 10 feet. And that's really pretty simple. So if you need to apply some more force to that ball, you really don't have to go way back here. You already know you can hit it 10 feet without doing nothing. We're just going forward. So if you take it back a little bit and go like that, you can probably hit it 15 or 20 feet. Okay, let me see you take a few putts. Guy takes a few putts. Jim says, good, you got it. But think about that. Just think about putting for a second. You put the putter behind the ball, you sort of aim at the target, and you don't have to do all this shit back here, okay? You got a 10-foot putt. That's 10 feet. Well, shit, that's pretty easy. Nah, I'm sorry. Forget it. That's too simplistic. Well, then Jim Flick takes the guy and he puts him in a bunker. I'm looking for my sandwich. Oop, here it is. He puts him in a bunker. And this guy's probably like a 30 handicap. And Jim Flick says to him, okay, you're in the bunker. What's your goal? My goal is that I want to open up the thing and I want to kind of hit under and put a little bit of spin on it. And they say when I do that, I got to aim left and kind of adjust the club face so it's straight even though I'm aiming left. And no, wrong. Jim Flick says, what's your goal? I guess I don't know. Well, Jim says, well, your goal is to get the ball out of the trap. And all you got to do to get the ball out of the trap is to hit the sand behind the ball, and the sand will push the ball, throw the ball out of the trap. And of course, there's that famous quote. What's the easiest shot in golf? Well, the easiest shot in golf is a trap shot. Why is a trap shot the easiest shot in golf? Because you don't have to hit the ball. So Jim Flick gets this guy in the bunker, and he says, okay, what I want you to do is I want you to put the club behind the ball about an inch, and I want you to hit the sand behind the ball, and the ball will go out, and blah, blah, blah. And we're not talking about this. We're not talking about looping the swing. We're not talking about Freddie Couples, Nick Fatto, Ben Hogan. We're not talking about anybody. We're talking about hit the sand behind the ball and get the ball, excuse me, out of the trap. Guy puts the club behind the ball, hits the sand behind the ball, hits it hard, sand goes out, ball goes up over, and Jim Flick says, way to go.